Good afternoon and welcome, travel agents, to the Martinique Magnifique webinar. I'm very glad that you have chosen to spend some of your time with us this afternoon to learn something about the magnificent island of Martinique. I am your moderator this afternoon. My name is Terry Murphy. I am the Vice President and Associate Publisher of Recommend magazine. And today we will learn about what has been known as the flower of the Caribbean, Martinique, and its unequaled beauty and its many cosmopolitan pleasures. I'd also ask you to stick around through the presentation until the end of the show, where we will be announcing the name of one lucky winner who will win an all-inclusive trip to Martinique so that they can discover its beautiful white sand beaches, its pristine forests and majestic waterfalls just for themselves. Please keep in mind that there will be a full recorded version of the show that's going to be sent to all of our participants today via email at a later date. So if you've missed any of the information that we will be presenting, or if you want to view this education webinar again, you can do so. Also, just a reminder that this webinar and also the Martinique insert that is in the current May issue of Recommend is a prelude to the Martinique Specialist Program, which we're very proud to institute in cooperation with the Martinique Promotion Bureau. And now I'd like to turn the floor over to my colleague Valerie Vulcain, who is Deputy Director of the Martinique Promotion Bureau in New York, who will uncover how to get to Martinique, the best places to stay, what not to miss, and share some helpful selling points about this fabulous destination. Valerie?
Bonjour everyone, bonjour, bonjour, how are you doing? Thierry, thank you so very much. We are so excited and happy to be able to launch this Martinique Specialist Program with you guys. And we are very delighted to have all of you, my dear friend from the travel agencies industry, online to learn more about Martinique. So we will take you there in different sections, starting with an introduction to Martinique. We'll show you how to get there. We'll introduce you Martinique as a port of call. And also we'll share with you the top 10 reasons to recommend Martinique to your clients. Of course, then you'll need to know where they should stay. And finally, we'll show you how to become a Martinique specialist with this new program that we're launching with Recommend. And last but not least, we will have the raffle for the lucky winner, as Terry informed you before. So fasten your seatbelt, get ready, and let's go to Martinique. So an introduction to Martinique. Martinique is the flower of the Caribbean. Actually, the former name of Martinique was Madinina, and it means island of flowers, and it's a very colorful island located in the south of the Caribbean. We are between Dominica and St. Lucia, part of the Lesser Antilles, a little bit less than 1,500 miles from Miami. We are French citizens. Martinique is an overseas region of France, the capital being Fort-de-France. We have a population of over 400,000 inhabitants, and we speak French and Creole, and English is spoken in all tourist areas. So here is Martinique, a total of 417 square miles, 50 miles long and 32 miles wide. And you will see through our presentation that Martinique is a very diverse island from north to south. You will see how 417 square miles can offer a lot of diversity in the case of Martinique. So the targeted audience to start with, Martinique tends to be for a savvy traveler familiar with international travel, looking for the warmth of the Caribbean with a French flair. So it's a great destination for couples and families. So please keep us in mind when someone comes into your agency asking you for something new, something different, someone who's been to the Caribbean already and is looking for the new destination out there, please remember us, because this is really the kind of island that Martinique is. So how to get there? We have, from American Airlines, we have a year-round Saturday service out of Miami, and this flight leaves Miami at 11 a.m. to get to Fort-de-France at 2:20 p.m., which allows you many connections from actually several cities in the U.S. and even from Canada, because I think we also have some attendants from Canada today. And also, when on the way back, you leave Martinique at 3:30 p.m. to get to Miami at 7 p.m. And the exciting news that we had a few weeks ago is that we have an additional Wednesday flight through the summer, same time frame, and it will run from June 11 to August 13. We also have 4 flights a week with Seabourn Airlines, and this service is out of San Juan, getting you to Martinique late afternoon, early evening, I should say, and leaving Fort-de-France in the morning. So you get to San Juan early morning, so you have all of the needed time to connect to your final destination. So just to give you a global view of air service to Martinique, it's a map with the different airlines that we have, including also from Canada, Air Canada and CanJet. We also have Air Antilles Express, who recently started a service from Saint Martin to Martinique, in addition to their Saint Martin flight to Martinique. They are currently working on starting very soon a direct service from San Juan as well to Martinique. We also have Air France out of Miami, Air Caraïbes from several islands, such as Guadeloupe, Saint-Barth. We also have Liat from St. Lucia, Barbados, so many different ways to access Martinique through the Caribbean. So Martinique, a port of call, because yes, another great way to arrive in Martinique is to arrive as a cruise passenger. You know, Fort-de-France, the capital city of Martinique, is located on one of the largest bays in the world, which is now an official member of the Great Bay, the greatest bays in the world. And you can see on this picture here the 3 main locations where you can arrive in Martinique as a cruise passenger. You arrive either in Fort-de-France, where we have 2 major piers, Pointe-Simon and Les Tourelles, or you can arrive further south at Le Marin, which is actually a major marina for the Lesser Antilles of the Caribbean, and also Anse d'Arlet, which is a very quaint fisherman village in the south of Martinique. So these are the companies that we are gladly welcoming this year and next year. So you see we have several companies from the US, from Europe, and that gives you an idea of who you can book your clients with in order for them to stop in Martinique as a cruise visitor. And something that we launched earlier this year for the past cruise season, we launched a Martinique Cruise Village. And this village actually welcomes your clients as soon as they get off the boat, arriving in Fort-de-France, and they will find information points. They will be able to start their shopping right there at the end of the deck. And they will buy different local things and some very savory food things as well from Martinique. So we have a major highlight, several of them, but the major highlight as far as the Martinique being a cruise destination for the next season is that Quantum of the Seas will be calling in Martinique. They are scheduling 4 calls in Martinique, the inaugural call being on December 6th. So now we would like to share with you the top 10 reasons to recommend Martinique to your clients. First of all, Martinique is a region of France in the Caribbean. It means that we are an overseas region of France. We have the same status such as Brittany or Normandy, and American visitors just need a valid passport. It also means that the infrastructures in Martinique are really international standards, from state-of-the-art Aimé Césaire International Airport, which is featured in the picture on the left, to an excellent road network. And Martinique is also home of the best hospital and medical facilities in the Caribbean and Latin America. Being French, it also means that, yes, you can find a Sacré-Cœur in Martinique. Did you know this? We have actually a replica of the Sacred Heart Basilica, well known in Montmartre. Okay, so ours is smaller, and it is at the entrance of the rainforest. So it's a bit of a different setting than Montmartre in Paris. And did you know as well that the wife of Napoleon Bonaparte, Joséphine de Beauharnais, was actually born in Martinique? And you can nowadays visit a museum which is part of her birthplace in Trois-Îlets, Martinique. A superb cuisine. Truly, personally, this is one of the thing I really enjoy the most each time I come back home, because Martinique is well known for a very diverse and amazing cuisine. Why? Because it's it has actually all the different influences that are linked to our history. So you will find influences from France, from Africa, from India, and obviously Creole spices in Martinique cuisine. It's really a must. And a good meal should always start with a tiponche. A tiponche, it's a traditional drink from Martinique, and it's made directly from the rum, the Martinique rum, along with a piece of lime and some sugar cane. Because Martinique is well known for its rum. And I would say that Martinique has one of the best, if not the best rum in the world. I'm sure that many different people say so, but let me tell you why Martinique has a special rum. We make it directly from the sugarcane juice, not from molasses. So it has a special flavor to it. And this is the only rum which has the French label AOC that you probably know for the best wines in France. So in Martinique, you can enjoy La Route des Rhums as you will enjoy La Route des Vins in France. We have a total of 12 historical distilleries, and you may experience them, visit the locations, and also taste our rum with moderation. A rich history. Saint-Pierre, classified city of art and history. Actually, I would like to pause here for a moment because today is May 8th, and today marks the anniversary, sad anniversary in Martinique, when the Mount Pelée volcano erupted. It erupted on May 8, 1902, destroying the city and killing 30,000 inhabitants. We just had one survivor. His name was Siparis. He was deeply burned, but was able to survive, and he spent the rest of his life with the Barnum and Bailey Circus, showing off his car to the world. So here you have some pictures of this little Pompeii of the Caribbean, which is now a classified city of art and history and a not-to-be-missed location in Martinique. A unique architecture. Look at these amazing buildings. They are actually located in downtown Fort-de-France. On the right, this is the Cherchier Library that was built in France for the same exposition as the Eiffel Tower. It was dismantled, shipped to Martinique, and rebuilt on site piece by piece. And on the left, this is the St. Louis Cathedral. Both of them are must-sees in downtown Fort-de-France. The keyword, diversity about Martinique. Diverse island. This is what the north and the center part of Martinique looks like. The lush rainforest, very intense, untamed rainforest. And this is what the southern part of Martinique offers you. Pristine white sand beaches, crystal clear waters. And for the perfect getaway, if you want to book something very unique to your clients that they will remember forever, you would actually, I would suggest that you book them a day or a few days at Île-et-Oscar, offshore of Le François, on the Atlantic side of Martinique. This is a beautiful little islet with just one house. And this house, it's a little hotel, a little guest house, with a total of 4 rooms and a Creole restaurant. So they can either spend the day or spend a few days on site. And from there, they should go to the Josephine bathtub. It's actually in the middle of the ocean, and this area is protected by coral reefs, which is why we compare it to a natural spa. It's like a swimming pool in the middle of the ocean. And actually, the legend says that Josephine used to come there to bathe. So we don't have witnesses, but at least we know where the name comes from. Other unique places not to be missed in Martinique, such as the Diamond Rock. This formation in the south on the Caribbean side extends 600 feet above the sea, and divers love that place. Why? Because below water there is a triangular cave from one side of the rock to the other, and they can cross actually the rock through that tunnel. Speaking of diving, one important thing, we spoke of Saint-Pierre, and I told you about the eruption in 1902. Divers also can see wrecks of boats that sunk on May 8, 1902. So that's what we would call historic dives in the north of Martinique. Martinique, it's a safe island to be explored. We were named the safest island in the Caribbean by International Business Journal. So we are very confident to tell you, please share with your clients that they should rent a car and go around and discover Martinique. Driving in Martinique, it's really like driving in southern France. Shopping, another great thing I love to do, I have to say. Great shopping from Galerie Lafayette to locally designed Bakwa hat and 18-karat gold Creole jewelries that you will find only in the French West Indies. This is a very specific design that is really linked to the French islands. You can also go to Le Grand Marché, a great way to buy, a great place to buy some liquors, some souvenirs, to mingle with locals. It's really nice. All year round, Martinique has a rich cultural life with great events coming up this year, such as in August, at actually the end of August to, the end of July to the beginning of August, we have the 30th edition of the Martinique Yule Boat Race, which goes all around Martinique. It's actually a traditional boat. You can see the first picture on the left there. This is actually a picture from the Yule Boat Race. In October, we will have the International Fishing Tournament. In November, we will welcome the International Half Marathon, a yearly event as well. And in December, we have the Rum Festival. So these are just a few examples, but many more events are actually available on our website. And the last but not least reason to visit Martinique, it's to meet the people. People in Martinique, they would love to welcome you, to introduce you to a little tiponche actually here, or to welcome you at one of the restaurants in the marché, such as Carole is doing right now on the right. She welcoming you with the menu du jour. So in Martinique, we love to meet people, we love to share what Martinique is about, and we want to have new friends. So please come and be friends with us. Accommodation. So now let's see where you could recommend your clients to go to. So a lot of diversity as well in accommodation in Martinique, from 5-star Relais et Chateaux, upscale all-inclusive, boutique hotel, and family resorts. So we will just, unfortunately, we won't have time to present all hotels in Martinique, but you have here a selection of the most, the hotels that you can find through the tour operators in the US, such as the 5-star Relais et Chateaux, Cap S Lagoon Resort and Spa, which is located on the Atlantic side of Martinique. You see on the map the little white point shows you where it is located. This hotel is right across from Ile Oscar, and we can organize for your clients a visit to Islet Oscar directly from the pier at Cap Est. This hotel has a total of 50 suites. 30 of the suites have a private plunge pool, and they have a spa by Guerna. Love it. They have also 2 restaurants on site. It's a great spot for honeymooners. They are located on their own peninsula, and it's very nice. La Suite Villa, it's another great property located in, on the Caribbean side in the resort area of Pointe du Bout. So this hotel is a 4-star and it's a boutique which has 9 private villas with 2 or 3 bedrooms and 6 suites in the main house. This hotel was named by TripAdvisor as the #2 of the top trendiest hotels in the Caribbean. And the owners love art, and you will see the decoration. You just have some example of the pictures. On the pictures here, you see a hand-painted plate in the restaurant. The chef actually is from a famous 2-star Michelin restaurant in France. Oops, I'm sorry. Club Med Buchanan's Creek. For your clients who want to indulge in an all-inclusive experience, this is actually a wonderful all-inclusive option in Martinique. It is located in Sainte-Anne in the south of the island, and it has a total of 289 rooms with obviously all the water sports activities that you would find in any Club Med. They have also a full-service spa, 2 restaurants, a lively bar, and it's really a great place for couples, for families. They don't have a kid club, but they welcome either families or couples as well. Bacqua Hotel, it's a 4-star hotel which is also in the resort area of Pointe du Bout. Le Bacqua has a total of 137 rooms. It is a 4-star, which is at walking distance from many different activities such as shopping, some nightlife experience. You can walk from there to the casino, and from Pointe du Bout you can take the ferry to go to downtown Fort-de-France, the capital city. So it's just 20 minutes away. So it's a great 4-star on the beach, in the middle of a resort area with options to do at walking distance. La Pagerie, it's another lovely 3-star property located also in Pointe du Bout, and they have a total of 96 rooms. It's a family-owned property, very warm and friendly. They actually totally renovated the hotel less than a year ago. They have a restaurant on site, 2 bars, including 1 bar in the swimming pool, and they are just a few steps away from the beaches and the marina. Le Plein Soleil, such an indulging experience, romantic getaway on the Atlantic side of Martinique. It's also facing not far from where you can see the Islet Oscar. So this property has a total of 16 rooms, and the suites have a plunge pool outside on the deck. So they have 8 suites, including a plunge pool. The restaurant, the chef is a young Martinican who has been trained by Alain Ducasse. It's a wonderful cuisine, a fusion of French and Caribbean cuisine. And they can organize great excursions such as catamaran excursions to the Josephine bathtub for your clients. La Batelière Hotel, it's a full-service property which is located about 10 minutes drive from downtown Fort-de-France, so it's very convenient for someone who wants to be nearby the capital city, and it is also at walking distance from the second casino on the island, which is a bigger one, Casino La Batelière. They have a total of 198 rooms, and they also have meeting rooms, good meeting room facilities to accommodate meetings for your groups. Caribea St. Louis Resort, it's a family-oriented resort. It's in the south of Martinique, a nice resort with a total of 3 different hotels on site. And it has 3 different hotels from Caribia, Amiris, and Amandier. And it's a total of 300 rooms altogether, 2 restaurants, 3 swimming pools, and all water sports activities. Great way to start to go exploring, to go hiking, and it's a beachfront property as well. Pierre et Vacances St. Luce Resort, also located in St. Luce in the south, is actually the largest hotel in Martinique. It has 337 rooms, or maybe we should say apartments, because the specialty of Pierre et Vacances is to offer you an apartment-style vacation from studio to duplex that can accommodate up to 6 persons. And they have a lot of activities going on site. It's great for families as well. Last but not least, in Martinique, we also have a great selection of villas, Martinique Villa de Charme. This is actually an offer that has been newly put together and organized to share with you as another option to discover Martinique, to experience Martinique in a different way. So that's also an option to recommend to your clients. To help you putting everything together, including your excursions, including your transfers from the airport to the different hotels that we just saw, we have 2 major ground operators on the island, Caribe Recette with their contact and website here, and also Passion Outre-mer with also their website and contact. And to book Martinique, we have a choice of 2 operators that we're very happy to work with. We're very excited that they included Martinique in their program. We are part of a travel impression program with a total of 5 properties, Classic Vacation with a total of 2 hotels, Club Med for Buchanan's Creek that we saw earlier in the presentation, Pleasant Holidays with a total of 4 hotels, and Journeys with a total of 3 properties in Martinique. So you can contact them to help you put together your Martinique program. So there is a buzz about Martinique, and we are very happy about that. And actually, we want to say thank you, because the buzz comes from journalists, but also from word of mouth, from bookings that you guys do for Martinique. And we had major articles recently in publications such as Island Magazine, Afar. We had a full page in the New York Times, and more recently, earlier this year, also an article about Rome in Martinique. We also had LA Times that featured Martinique a few months ago. The New York Post, France in 5 hours, Go Gallic on the island of Martinique. And also on the cruise, we have several publications such as Cruise Industry News, who also is writing about Martinique. So become a specialist. So that's really, I mean, something, as I was saying at the beginning when we were chatting with Terry, we're very happy to be able to launch this, actually, this is our very first certification program, I mean, dedicated to Martinique only. And we're very happy about it, and we hope that you will enjoy it with us. So this program will give you the recognition of a Martinique specialist once you accomplish the full program. It is now online. It's available on this website, edu.recommend.com/Martinique, and you have actually a total of 14 sections with different topics that you can learn, and you will have questions to be answered in order to be named the specialist. Also, we have, maybe some of you received it already in the mail today, earlier today. We just received our copies today from the May issue of Recommend, including a 20-page insert on Martinique with a lot of interesting information about Martinique, and also contacts. So a great way to start your specialist program for Martinique. And this is your official invitation to becoming a specialist, a certified specialist. And you see that this program will include great rewards, such as a dream vacation for 2 for the bestseller, We'll also have financial reward and incentive based on booking. And also, you will be recognized from the Travel Institute and ACTA as a specialist for the destination. And we will send you a customized certificate. And we will also provide you with leads from our website and also from recommend. Other tools developed for you to keep you updated on Martinique. We have, and all of this information is also available online on our trade website, the list of hotels, the sales manual, the fact sheet, and also the sales manual. We're also doing e-news that we would love to have you part of our mailing list so you can receive those. And these e-news are linked to martiniquepro.org, which is our website dedicated to the trade industry. So basically, this is what we wanted to share with you today on the island of Martinique. And you know, I would like to say this young lady, we name her Valentine. Valentine is welcoming you in Martinique. Remember the last reason, the 10 reasons we gave you why you should recommend Martinique to your clients. Martinique, it's meet Martinique and its people. And Valentine is telling you, pack your bags and come visit us. À bientôt. And actually we should say à bientôt from Valentine and the Martinique team here in New York, because we're looking forward to welcoming you. We're looking forward to welcoming your clients in Martinique. We thank you so very much for your interest. This is our contact here in New York. My email address, along with our 2 websites, including the website dedicated to you guys, our phone number, and again, merci. Thank you for your attention, and I would like now to switch to Terry. Terry, are you there?
Terry, I'm listening, and
okay.
Valerie, I've got to say the presentation was certainly magnifique. And
merci, thank you.
One thing you forgot to mention, that
yes.
A visitor to Martinique can expect to hear beautiful accent such as Valerie's. I wish I had an accent like that.
Thank you, thank you.
I think it's taught a lot of us about the uniqueness of this island, and unfortunately it's an island I have yet to visit, so I need to rectify that sometime in the future. And even in this presentation, I learned things I didn't know about the history, about the historical and architectural aspects of the island, which are very unique. And in my mind, it's a mix of history and culture than the Caribbean, all wrapped up in a French accent. So I think
authenticity,
authenticity
a rich culture, a lot of diversity, and it's a very authentic island in the Caribbean. Because I mean, as I was saying, unfortunately, we didn't have time to go through everything. But for example, in Martinique, we have a location that is named the Slave Savannah. This is actually the 2nd place most visited in Martinique, and this is a reenactment of a former slave village in Martinique. And actually, visitors nowadays, they can visit the reenactment village. They can learn. They have a very interesting little garden with the different plants, you know, like the medicinal plants, and they will explain you the use of these plants, what is it good for. They also do some cooking demonstrations, such as cassava flour crepes that we actually still do in Martinique. So we have, there is a lot to experience in these 417 square miles.
We have about just on 10 minutes left in the webinar, but we do have a couple of questions that agents have sent in, if we have time to answer a couple of quick questions. And a reminder, everyone is welcome to send in a question, and if we don't get to it during this webinar, we will answer them directly by email. But someone has asked, is Martinique an expensive Caribbean destination compared with other Caribbean islands, Valerie?
So I wouldn't say that Martinique it's an expensive destination. Why? Yes, Martinique it's a Euro destination, but your Euro in the Caribbean will take you a long way because you can live the Caribbean way and you can go to very tasty little restaurants where you will have a blast just for maybe 15 euros for a full meal. You can experience some either high-end hotels or smaller properties, remembering that Martinique is European standards. Actually, I mean, you know, all accommodation and restaurants, everything is very well put together and not that pricey if you need to look at your budget during your vacation there. And we have also some great packages with the tour operators selling the destination. So that's also, as a start, give you a good price point to book Martinique for a reasonable price for your clients.
So really you have a range of products and services that fit a variety of budget levels.
Exact, yes, totally.
Someone has asked if clients were to visit Martinique for the first time, what would you say are the 2 or 3 things on the island or places that you would say they should not miss?
Wow. So I hope they have a few days because there is a lot to do.
I know.
And yes, but even on a cruise, actually, with the help of the excursions that are put together for the cruise passengers, you can still experience several aspects of Martinique. So things I would suggest not to be missed in Martinique are Saint-Pierre, the little Pompeii of the Caribbean. This is really unique to the Caribbean, and I really think that this is a must-see. I would also recommend to go through downtown Fort-de-France, the capital city. You will be immersed in a history, in architecture, in shopping experience. It is just really amazing. And the third thing I would recommend, maybe for the more not adventurous, but for someone who is more looking in the lush rainforest, the green aspect of Martinique, remembering that 2/3 of Martinique is a nature park, I would recommend to explore the center of Martinique, either going to, for example, le Jardin de Balata, Balata Botanical Garden, where you will find amazing flowers and plants put together in a wonderful setting. Or if you are a little bit more adventurous, you could go up to the Mount Pelée. It's a great hike. Believe me, I did it once. I loved it. I didn't do it twice, but the view from the top is wonderful. So these would be the 3 major things I would recommend, but remembering that there are many, many more things to do in Martinique.
Which relates to another brief question, and you can bring it in. They're asking about the ground operators, which you did mention in the presentation. Very
Yes.
briefly, what type of excursions could be offered if clients maybe did not want to rent a car? What sort of day or half-day excursions could be provided to see specific things on the island?
Yes, sure. So they can either put together for you a full day or a half-day excursion. For example, on the full-day excursion, something really great to do, it's a catamaran excursion day. For example, you can take a catamaran leaving from Pointe-du-Bout, Trois-Îlets, and so you are in the middle of the Caribbean coast, and this excursion takes you all the way up to the north of Martinique, up to Saint-Pierre. So you get to enjoy Martinique from the water, you get to pass by Fort-de-France, you get to see dolphins along the way, following the boat. It's a wonderful, spectacular thing to see. And you get to visit the little Pompeii in the Caribbean. And you know what? You get to have a great meal on board, because it's not, you know, like sandwich and juice offered. You have a full meal with a choice of either lobster or fresh fish, with a pair of wines and a lot of entertainment also on board. So that would be one thing. You can also ask for a discovery of the northern part of Martinique, inland. You can do 4x4 excursions that will take you through rivers and through going to the gardens, and you can go to, for example, the Domaine d'Emeraude, which is located in the north, and this is a hands-on discovery of Martinique rich nature with different itineraries through the forest that shows you the different plants. It's a very authentic discovery of Martinique. You can also do the discovery of the gardens. You can also experience the distilleries, because the 12 distilleries that we mentioned are located from north to south, so there is a lot of choice also on this aspect of Martinique. So these ground operators can really offer to your clients the perfect excursion according to what they are interested in.
I think it's one of the things you described, a day trip on a catamaran to see the island from the ocean would be magnificent.
It is, yes.
We're going to wrap this up in a few minutes. Lastly, someone has asked, what other promotions or services does the Martinique Promotion Bureau offer to travel agents? Meaning, will you be attending trade shows? Are there plans for any events? How can they call upon you for help in selling Martinique?
Yes, and thank you whoever asked this question, because I would like to tell you that here, based in New York, you have a team dedicated to help you. For those of you listening us from Canada, we also have a team based in Montreal who is there to help you, and this is our mission and our passion, to be there to answer your questions, to recommend you according to what your clients are looking for, to recommend some ideas to put together in a program, and also so that's really what the office is to work with you down the road. We also participate, so you can find us with the information we give you before for the office in New York. We also partner with the tour operators selling Martinique, and we are attending several trade shows, such as the Travel Impression trade shows, also the Classic Vacation trade shows, and these tour operators, they're doing also some special Martinique flyers and packages, offers that we would love to share with you when we have a date. Also, same thing for Club Med, who's also putting together special offers that we would love to keep you updated on. So we're doing all of this, and of course we are here to, if you need us to come into your agency to do a presentation, please let us know. I will be happy to organize a sales call visit and to chat with you, learn from you, hear from you, and help you know Martinique better. And we have, yes, obviously the Martinique Specialist Program, which is the main aspect that we developed with Recommend Magazine, in order to make sure that you are fully trained on Martinique, and that you can have updates on what's happening in Martinique and how to sell Martinique, and we will make sure to follow up with you and give you some exposure and have a great partnership with you guys.
Excellent. I think that demonstrates not only what the island has to offer, but the support the agents can expect from the Promotion Bureau. Yes. And I think you've brought me back to what I was going to mention, is just a final reminder of the specialist program that we urge all of our agents to take and participate in, and that again can be found at edu.recommend.com/Martinique. And once you have taken the course, you're eligible to participate in the rewards and incentive program. where there's various prizes and incentives, including a dream holiday for two. So there's very good reason to not only learn about the island, sell the island, and become engaged in the island and its future.
Yes, and even if I may add, Terry, even for more rewards, when you book Martinique, we will encourage you to go back to the website in order to register yourselves, so you can be part of the raffle for the bestsellers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just in case everyone has forgotten, we didn't forget, there is a winner of the trip in today's webinar, and that will be Kenneth Good from Low Prices Travel, who's going to be visiting Martinique, and I wish I was on my way there too. It's a beautiful island, and I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking Valerie for the presentation, and of course everyone who has participated in the webinar this afternoon. And please sign up for the specialist program, and I appreciate everyone's time, and thank you again from Recommend and the Martinique Promotion Bureau. Have a good afternoon.
Merci to everyone, and we're looking forward to seeing you online to take the class and become